Question number 11, Stuart Nash.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister of Police, does she take any responsibility for the fact that almost 60% of police do not believe that New Zealand Police delivers on the promises it makes to its customers, as reported in the 2016 Police Workplace Survey?
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr Speaker, the question is based on a false premise. I have responsibility to do my best to get police the resources they need, and I do that. How police delivers on its promises is its responsibility, but actually I think police are doing an excellent job, unlike that member.
To the supplementary?
Supplementary question, Stuart Nash.
Does she think she's been successful in her job in getting the police the resources they need to do their job?
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Well, given that police got $300 million in this year's budget, I'd say yes.
Supplementary?
Supplementary question, Stuart Nash.
Does she believe that one of the main reasons why only 40% of police state that, quote, New Zealand Police delivers on promises it makes to its customers, end quote, is because there just aren't enough frontline police to solve crime?
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Not at all. In fact, Mr Speaker, I think one of the reasons that some police believe that they're not doing as much as they could in terms of fulfilling their promises is because they set such high standards for themselves, significantly better than some members of Parliament. And when I look at that, I also compare it to the 77% of public trust and confidence of people in New Zealand who have that sort of level of confidence in police, which is far higher than police have in their own ability to fulfil their promises.
Supplementary?
Supplementary question, Stuart Nash.
Has she sought an explanation from the Commissioner of Police as to why only 40% of police state that, quote, New Zealand Police provides adequate training for the work I do, end quote? If so, what was his explanation?
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr Speaker, I have in fact discussed this matter with the Commissioner of Police, and there was a couple of answers he gave me. One of them was the fact that police constantly want to update their training, and they are very committed people who try to do their best for New Zealand. But the other issue is, of course, the constant verbal and public bashing that police take every day, and particularly, I have to say, from that member who only yesterday said of the district commander of police in the Eastern District, he said, quote, a fish rots from the head. And I think that the district commander needs to go, end quote.
Supplementary?
Order. Supplementary question, Stuart Nash.
Why has she changed so much between 2011, when in response to Constable Alana Kane's assault, she thundered that, quote, harsher sentences were needed for people who attack police, end quote, and now when she's silent, when this very same police officer's attacker only received a 300-hour community services sentence?
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Well, Mr Speaker, obviously the member was asleep in 2012 when this Parliament, with this government and me then as the Minister of Justice, actually brought in tougher sentencing as an aggravating factor for people who attacked our first responders, such as police. And I would say to that member, Mr Speaker, do they want to hear or not?
Do they? Order.
This particular case is a matter that is within its appeal time. Personally, I don't want to be the person who stuffs up an appeal case because of an attempt to grandstand.
Question